Hi, my teacher is Miss Lai, but some people know her as Coach Lai. I am so grateful that you're a teacher and you always push me to do my best, even though you know I'm not really feeling it. I love how we bonded the one time when the sink stunk in the back of the classroom. We all bonded over a horrible experience it was. I love when we get questions right and you give us little stickers, and I've saved every Kardashian sticker you've given me. I love when you listen to my troubles, you give a little insight because you're a girly girl just like me. I couldn't have asked for a better teacher. Thank you so much for always being there for me. I love you so much.
Mr. Strager is such a kind and wholesome person to be around. Every morning he makes all of us feel connected and seen by giving us a fist bump and just greeting us at the door. And he always has some kind of interesting life story to share with us, which connects to real world. He's a happy person and he's able to keep his authority in the classroom, which I really admire how he does it without yelling or raising his voice, but he does it because he's respected by the other students. And ceramics class is something I look forward to every day just because of the atmosphere that he's created in the classroom with his pleasant spirit, and I'm just very thankful that Mr. Strager is my teacher.
Chef Red is a teacher that I chose for Teacher Appreciation Week. She's the type of person to give great opportunities to her students, from learning about sanitation and learning how to cook for friends and family, but also to help us learn how to work as a team. Personally, she's helped me bring out my creative side, and I'm excited to go into the next level in her class.
My teacher is Miss Conchola. She's been my favorite teacher ever since I got to this school, and she always listens to what someone has to say, even if they're extremely busy. She's always let me feel heard when I felt angry or upset at anything stupid. I adore how happy she always is, and she always brights up the room without trying. Even when I struggle with something so simple, she still made my entire day better, and just bright in general. And I just want to thank her for being Miss Conchola.
My teacher is Mr. DeVries. Thank you, Mr. DeVries, for being such an understanding teacher. Before I had your math class, I could care less about math. However, after being in your class and having a better understanding for math, I have a strong desire to learn each and every day. I appreciate the caring conversations that we have, as they make me feel more important and seen, not just as another one of your math students, but as someone that you truly care about.
My teacher is Mr. Lopez, and I just wanted to say thank you for being a good teacher and kind of helping me with my math and everything. I really appreciate the extra support. Thank you.
My teacher is Mr. Hepner. Thank you, Mr. Hepner, for all that you do, for teaching us values that we can apply in the real world. Whether it's watching and listening to him teach, or whether it's just having a simple conversation with him, I can always learn something new from him that I find very useful.
My teacher is Mr. O'Leary. Hey O'Leary, I hope you know that I had an amazing and great season with you as my coach. I'm very glad and excited for when I have you as my sub. I hope you get the math job because I know personally you take the time to explain and show how to solve problems step by step. Hope you have a great week, Keaton. Keep doing what you do.
My teacher is Ms. Steincross. Hey Ms. Steincross, thank you so much for being a great teacher and making all your lessons so fun. We can all tell how much effort you put in your work and how much effort you put in your lessons and how fun and interactive you make it. My personal favorite are the escape rooms that you make. They're really fun. You're a great and funny teacher, and I'm glad to have you for English.
Hey, just wanted to say a big thank you to Mr. McKissick. You're more than just a teacher, but a great influence to all of us. Your ongoing support, patience, and positivity you bring to the class every day means everything to us. We appreciate your knowledge and guidance and passion for teaching. Never stop making us laugh with your dad humor, and thank you for everything, Mr. McKissick.
Hello, Mr. James. I just wanted to thank you for being my best history teacher throughout all of schooling. Yeah, I can tell that you actually enjoyed history and the material, and I like about how we have that in common, and I like about how I can tell about how much you enjoy your job.
My teacher is Mr. Graham. Thank you for being a kind and empathetic teacher to all your students. You are so helpful and we appreciate everything you do. You allow your students to feel comfortable asking questions because we know that you will explain things over and over again until we understand.
My teacher is Mr. Romero. Mr. Romero is a kind and supportive teacher. He has made sure that we are prepared for the IB exam by providing us with multiple resources and study guides to ensure that we do our best and pass the exam. I love when you welcome me every day with a warm smile and say good morning. Thank you for being so encouraging and patient. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week.
Mr. Vacaba is one of those teachers that you really feel safe talking to. She always goes above and beyond to communicate and build a strong relationship with her students, whether it's talking about a mutual favorite artist or having a genuine conversation with them. She'll always find a way for her students to feel included in her class. She finds different ways to help students improve, whether it's watching Heimler videos and documentaries, to taking the time to make lectures and slideshows that take up most of the class period. She goes above and beyond to guarantee success in her students.
My teacher is Mr. Signones. Mr. Signones is very dedicated to his students, and he lightens up his lessons when he cracks his little jokes to his class. He's always so encouraging, and when you have a question, he takes the time to genuinely explain it. He's created such a safe environment in his classroom, and even though I've only had him for one semester, me and his other students can agree that he is one of the best teachers that we've ever had.
My teacher is Mr. Lindenberger. Mr. Lindenberger shares many relationships with his students. He's an eye-opener, and he's very easy to cooperate with. Mr. Lindenberger is a very respectful teacher. He's very easy to talk to. You never feel left out in his classes. He never fails to make you feel like you're in a safe environment. He shares many personal stories. You feel a sweet connection with him. He never fails to make us all laugh when he says his funny dad jokes.
My teacher for this week is Miss Hurt, and I want to express my appreciation for all that you do. Your passion for teaching and dedication to your students shines through each and every day. You've not only educated me, but you've also inspired me to become a better version of myself and kinder. You foster a space where mental health is valued and discussed openly. Your empathy and understanding to create a safe space for us to explore complex ideas and understand our own mind better. You teach with such compassion and wisdom, it's evident that you genuinely care about our well-being. Thank you for being an amazing teacher and an important part of my journey.
My teachers are Mr. Shields and Mr. Cooley. I've had Mr. Shields for 3 years and I've learned so much from him. He's a trustworthy and kind-hearted teacher who truly sees his students and values them. I've only met Mr. Cooley this year, but he's already one of my favorites. He's kind and fun-loving, and his jokes and laughter brightens up the room.
My teacher was Mr. Fraker. Mr. Fraker deserves to be appreciated because he chooses to take the time to bond with his students whilst always being kind to them. He is by far one of the most welcoming teachers on campus. He teaches, coaches, does other outside activities for South Hills, whilst always mentioning to the students how he loves his job.
Señora Maldonado, thank you for your patience, your passion, and for always managing to make me smile. You always work with us to make sure we understand each concept, and you're somehow able to teach new things even when we get a little off topic. My Spanish is a million times better, not only thanks to your lessons, but thanks to your rants and your witty comments. I'm very blessed to have a Spanish teacher as funny and silly as you.
My teacher is Mr. Strong. In my opinion, he is one of the most kind-hearted math teachers and teachers in general on this campus. He is the most supportive and encouraging when it comes to passing all your math tests, and even when you don't, he will help you and give you the extra support you need. And not only on your math test, but also on your driver's test. In my opinion, once you get to know him, he's one of the nicest teachers here.
The teacher I chose was Mr. Caldwell, and I think that Caldwell is one of the best teachers on campus because he cares about our well-being as much as our success, and he understands the mind of a teenager that wants to succeed but also wants to enjoy our time in high school. And personally, he helps me enjoy my time in high school, and I feel confident in his class every day because I know that he cares about the well-being of every individual student.
Hi, Miss Wilson. We love you, your stories, and your hair. You inspire us and support us always. We love you.
Ms. Urbanski is one of the kind teachers at South Hills. She brings an energetic energy every time I see her, and she's very patient with students. She's one of my favorite teachers, and from all of us at Peer Counseling, we appreciate you, Ms. Urbanski.
My teacher is Mr. Wong. I chose Mr. Wong for teacher appreciation because this is now my second year having you as my English teacher, and every time I am headed to your class, I am comforted and welcome there. And every time I need to talk to you, you always have like a smile on your face, and it is very easy to talk to you. And I'm not scared to talk to you either. And you always have extra credit for me when I ask you, and I greatly appreciate you. And I couldn't have asked for a better English teacher my first 2 years.
My teacher is Mr. Sandella.
Thank you, Mr. Sandella, for being the best supportive teacher through my school years.
My teacher is Coach Dean, and I just want to say thank you for being such a good sport on and off the court, and how encouraging you are to others for them to do things they wish and hope to do one day.
My teacher is Ms. Oyamade. Ms. Oyamade is a great teacher. You keep your students locked in, including no headphones or phones being allowed. You're very passionate and always want what's best for your students, even when they're just there to goof around. Your class is known to be vigorous and intuitive, and I think that takes a lot of work to run. You're a legend on campus. I even liked your class so much that I stayed an extra year.
My teacher is Mrs. Rogers. As many of us know, Ms. Rogers is such a sweet and calming person. She provides a supportive and encouraging learning environment for all of her students. She's always very helpful, understanding when it comes to class assignments and homework. The way she takes care of her plants is the way she takes care of us by supporting us as we grow and learn.
My teacher is Mr. Sorrell. I appreciate you making sure each student feels seen and heard. You have made me view my life in a more positive way, and you have the greatest impact on me without knowing it.
My teacher is Mrs. Beamer. Mrs. Beamer has never failed to be a bright light on campus for her students. She has a work ethic that she can successfully lay onto students, including me, and her passion for wanting to make us do better in the classroom is something I constantly look up to and has made me a better math student. She is one of the only teachers who have made me better at math with her organized notes, and her way of teaching has been the reason I'm able to pass math. Thank you, Mrs. Beamer.
Our teacher is Miss Miller. And I just wanted to say thank you for being a wonderful teacher. Despite our shenanigans and us goofing around, you've been a great teacher. When I first had you 2 years ago, we were able to deal with all of our stupid things that we used to do. But despite all that, you were able to teach us still, and I'm thankful again for you being my teacher.
My teacher is Miss Morales. I just wanted to say thank you for making Spanish class more fun for your students. One thing I love about your class is how you tell your stories. I also like how you can tell when a student isn't feeling good that day, and you just let them be. Thank you for having a fun class.
My teacher is Miss Riley. I just wanted to say thank you, Miss Riley, for being a good teacher and also helping me through my times of darkness and just helping me able to get back on my feet when I've been at my lowest point in my life throughout the years of high school. I just want to say thank you for all you've done to help me and get back on my feet and be a better person.
My teacher is Mr. Weber, and I just want to say thank you for always motivating me to do good in school and to always check in on me whenever you see me around campus. I appreciate you always pushing me to work hard and reach my goals.
My teacher is Mrs. James. I wanted to thank her for making class interesting and putting so much effort into teaching us all. I have learned so much from her class this year, and I'm really grateful I had the opportunity to take her class.
My teacher is Mr. Moreno. Thank you for always being there to help me on my projects when I need help. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting softball always and coming to our games and asking how we did.
Hi, Mrs. Roddy. Things I appreciate about you is your witty jokes and how you're helpful whenever people need help with the assignments. I also appreciate you letting me turn in work late because sometimes I forget to turn it in. And I just really appreciate you as a teacher, and thank you.
My teacher is Miss Pennings, and Miss Pennings is a teacher that you can tell really cares about the stuff that she's teaching in, and is also interested in it. And this just elevates like the learning experience. And this class has been one of my most interactive classes that I've ever taken, and I really appreciate that that she like finds new ways to like let students find their own creative idea for the pictures that they take. And I just think that she's doing a really good job teaching this class.
My teacher was Mr. Gonzalez Renova, and although he is new, Mr. Renova has quickly made his way into our hearts. He puts a lot of thought and consideration into his lessons, and his constant dedication to improving his curriculum to ensure it's new and engaging for his students is appreciated day after day. He keeps it real and his strays from the norm, including fun stories and facts that definitely aren't in the history books, making sure his students get the most out of his class. His sense of humor and real-world insight is refreshing and uplifting to his students who get a kick out of his antics. Thank you for being a good teacher, Mr. Renova.
For my teacher, I chose Miss Felix. Miss Felix is a really kind teacher. She's very welcoming in her classroom. She treats all of her students the same, and she's a really fun teacher to be around. And all of my friends, and myself including, absolutely love her.
My teacher is Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson is a laid-back and cool teacher, and he helps us be more attentive in class and stay on track. Thanks to Mr. Johnson, I won't be flipping.
My teacher is Miss Coase. Dear Miss Coase, thank you for always listening to my new drama and life updates. I love listening to your jokes and about your day. I love how I always get to get extra help during class, even though I should have been listening. Thank you, Miss Coase.
So for Teacher Appreciation Week, I had Miss V, and Miss V, your warm welcoming, uplifting energy, and attentive listening creates a supportive environment where students feel valued and understood, and I'm very blessed to end my day with you.
My teacher is Mr. Contreras, and I chose him because his teaching lessons are very unique and he incorporates lessons into his funny story times, and he's awesome. For Teacher Appreciation Week, I have Mock, and Mock, I want to thank you for being such a great teacher and for really caring about your students. You want us to not only learn the material, but to also be able to retain it so we can succeed in higher level classes. I always loved your singing and it always made me laugh, as well as the song that you play before each test. I really enjoyed having you as a teacher, and I loved having you as a coach, and I wanted to thank you for making math fun and for pushing me to be the best soccer player I can be.
My teacher is Miss Tao, and I am really grateful for her because she's very sweet and kind, and she's just like, she talks so sweet and she always gives out compliments. She's always helpful, and she's very caring, and she's a good person to talk to when you need it.
My teacher for Teacher Appreciation Week is Miss Marquez. Miss Marquez, thank you for pushing me and others to succeed in our classes. Your morning conversations with us always brightens my morning. Thank you for all you've done for our IB Year 1 history class. You've helped me realize how much I love history and learning about different perspectives. You have been the sweetest history teacher I've ever had. Me and others appreciate how you push us to do our best because you want us to be college ready. Thank you for caring about your IB students.
My teacher is Mr. Rudin, and I joined band this year, and it's been one of the best experiences of my high school career, and I don't think it would be that way if Mr. Rudin wasn't there. He's made it such a welcoming and fun place. He's probably one of my favorite sarcastic teachers, just a light little pizzazz in there, and I don't know. Something about him just makes band, and it makes the experience fun. So thank you for being great.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Graham. I haven't had your class in a while, but I think about it a lot because it was one of my favorites. And I just really respect how you always push us to, learn the next thing and expand our knowledge. And you taught me the limit does not exist. Thank you.
Dear Dr. Jacobson, I appreciate how you greet your students when we walk in, and I love how you provide extra help when needed and go out of your way to make sure your students are doing good. You are super chill and make me want to do better. Thank you for being such a great teacher.
Dear Coach Cal, thank you for always being there and supporting our football team and making Friday Night Lights fun for everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Fernandez, for always making my day. You are an amazing teacher, and you have always helped me learn something every day.
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week, and I want to give my thanks to Ms. Greer because she always puts her dedication to her students and makes sure that everybody's having passing grades and makes sure that everybody's A-okay even on bad days. So thank you so much, Ms. Greer.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson, for always being an amazing ELA teacher. I appreciate you so much and like listening to your stories about your childhood. I find it very interesting, and I like how every day your hair is brushed. My favorite hairstyle is when you wear a slick back ponytail or a braid on the side of your head. Thank you for making ELA truly enjoyable.
Hi, Mr. Smiley. Science teachers have always been a highlight of my school year, and this year's no different. The labs and lessons you teach always help me understand the topic we're on. I love that you allow for test corrections. It always allows me to understand topics I previously struggled on and to fix dumb mistakes I had. Everyone that has your class can see that you're a great teacher, but I have one last question. Is there really a pool on top of the gym?
I chose Mr. Fitz. I just want to say you're a great teacher, and I love the AWS track we built together. I know me, Jarvin, Javi, and Ben really love your class, and you're honestly just a fun teacher to be hanging around with. And just thank you.
Dear Shan, thank you for always believing in me and never giving up on me and always inspiring me to be a better person.
Teacher Appreciation Week, I chose Miss Nikki. Dear Miss Nikki, thank you for being so supportive of me this past year and being my mentor for the medical field. I love your class so much because you are constantly doing something and preparing us for not only the future, but for clinicals that we're doing this year. You have been a major impact in my life and helped me figure out what I want to do in the future. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Dear Ms. Kosarev, I really appreciate how you always try to give your best with answering questions and providing resources. I love that you walk around class clarifying anything and giving help for those who need it. I usually try to figure out stuff on my own, but in your class I really do feel safe just answering and getting help. You make me want to pursue something in the scientific field. Thank you so much for all you do as a teacher.
Mr. Rodriguez is an amazing PE teacher. He's in great shape and he inspires me to work hard.
For Teacher's Appreciation Week, I chose Miss Liang. Miss Liang makes me feel comfortable throughout the time that I had her. She's a great teacher because she always makes me feel like if I can always just go to her. She always knows how to make me smile whenever I'm in a bad mood, and she's always understanding. She helps me with whatever I need, and she's always kind to others and as me as well.
I appreciate Mr. Godfrey and everything he does. He's a good individual.
Hey there, Mr. Ortiz. I appreciate you for being like my teacher for like since my freshman year and to my senior year. And I appreciate you a lot, man, for like being like there for me, like for all my IEPs and like being a good teacher towards me. I very much appreciate you.
For Teachers Appreciation Week, I chose Mr. Lim, and Mr. Lim, I chose you because I know you like to intimidate us a lot with like your teaching style, but we all know you're a very joyful person and like to implement a lot of entertainment with your assignments.
Hey Murphy, this is Daniel here. I just want to say I appreciate you for always having my back, our team's back, and always wanting what's best for us, helping us on and off the field, giving us your support, and we appreciate you.
Hi, Mr. Fro. I wanted to say thank you for all the opportunities that you've given me and for being such an understanding and amazingly kind mentor and teacher to me. I hope you have an amazing Teacher Appreciation Week.